Hi everyone, I'm Shalia.
And I'm Jeff.
And as you can see, we're going to talk about twin flame movies! Yeah!
You ever thought about how do I get more twin flame goodness? How do I get more in the vibration of twin flame union? How do I get more into that feeling of twin flames falling in love and coming together?
Yes.
Well, we've got 12 movies for you today to share with you, which are absolutely premium examples of twin flame love.
Yes.
Handpicked by the masters themselves.
Exactly. I'm really stoked. I'm wearing my Little Mermaid shirt because number 12 is The Little Mermaid with Ariel and Eric. That was my most childhood obsessed movie. I watched it like every day, multiple times a day, especially when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old. It was my Disney go-to. I loved it. And I still love it, and I hope they make a live-action film. I will weep. Kind of like Beauty and the Beast. I think that's another twin flame movie.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
Shh, don't give away the next ones.
Is that the next one? No, it's not the next one.
It's on the list.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. All right. So I love movies. I love stories. I love movies and books and comic books that are about twin flames, have a twin flame love story. So I just gave one away, but it's all good. Okay.
So wait, why was The Little Mermaid? What was the twin flame love going on there between them? What happened?
Essentially, it's a story about twin flame separation and going into union. And there's obviously a communication block.
Yeah.
And they worked through that block, and they had their happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And their family supported them all the way along, and the
Yeah.
kingdom supported them all the way along as they made a choice to get into their harmonious twin flame union.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah. So number 11, oh gosh, you wrote this list. The Lion King.
They're not all Disney movies.
They're
I
not all
promise.
Disney, but they're animals. But I guess it's the energy, right? Like,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah, I used to have the Simba and Nala like kissing, plush dolls. Like we all had that like magnetic nose. Yeah, that's a really good example. So why do you think they were twin flames?
Well, just how he left the kingdom, right, and to go find himself, and who came back to call him home but his twin flame. She called him into his purpose and into his kingdom, and challenged him into it, and he answered the call and became king, and he became her queen.
But why did he answer that call? Because she answered her own call to her own heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By stepping up and being the lioness.
It's about love, but it's also about twin flame purpose as well, and that's why that's on the list.
Yeah, they did. They have a very strong twin flame mission, and I just also want to point out, like every single movie on our list, there's a very significant twin flame energy that we are very personally attuned to. So it's very easy for us to point out. I'm practically an expert now, like in TV shows and like stories.
Yeah.
I can point out a twin flame like that. It's just so obvious, so obvious. I know the energy so well when you're in your union. You just know, right? Okay, number 10. Oh, I love this one. The Matrix, Neo and Trinity. Oh yeah, that's. We watched the trilogy like this past summer or in the springtime, and I mean it was just reaffirmed to us. Holy crap, they are twin flames. They definitely align. They are both boss. They have complementary energies. Mm-hmm. They have the same mission and vision and purpose. Mm-hmm. Like it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's
perfect.
Even their names for some reason.
They just resonate so closely together.
They just resonate. Like you can't imagine Trinity with anybody else.
Or Neo with anybody else.
Or Neo with anybody else. It's just would never work. It would always be like a subpar version of Neo or Trinity. They're twin flames.
Yeah.
That's a really good example. That is not Disney.
Yeah.
So next one. Oh yes. Oh gosh. The Notebook. Okay. Nicholas Sparks' book. Ali and Noah. They are definitely twin flames. Just just everything about
that
them.
burning desire they have for each other that lasts through
That burning
that space.
passion and desire, and even by the way, okay, I guess we should put spoiler alert. We'll put it in the description box so y'all can't get mad. But yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, definitely. Like, there's that burning passion that they have for each other, and even when they try to be with other people, which they did, it just was uncomfortable for them. And so they realized, like, there was tension, there was shit they had to work out together, and they worked it out, had, like, released that tension, and was able to move forward. Fast forward, right, to them being an elderly couple together, and they die together. They freaking die together. That's twin flame. That's twin flame right there. It also it shows proof that twin flames make the same choices at the same time. Like, he even built that house for her perfect house, which is their perfect house.
Yep.
It's just.
It also goes to show that Hollywood, society, and consciousness are privy to this energy.
They are.
Because everyone's privy to this energy in their heart.
Yeah.
When Hollywood gets together and says, people get together in Hollywood and say, let's create a really beautiful love story. Let's create the most magnificent love story there ever was. And it's a twin flame love story every time.
Oh, every time. Yeah. So number 8, is Aladdin and Jasmine. Yeah. Very twin flamey.
Twin flamey.
Twin flamey. Why do you think they're twins?
Well, because he's the prince of the streets. And it doesn't really say that, but he owns the streets.
Yeah.
And she's the princess of, the kingdom.
Of the kingdom.
And then they come together and he becomes king of the kingdom and her queen of the kingdom. Or sultan and whatever it is that she becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just they're perfect complements once again.
They bring out the power in each other. Jasmine's life was kind of dull and boring. His was exciting, but she had all this wealth and power, and he had all this poverty. But when he brought them together, they complemented each other and brought those qualities that each of them really had within themselves to each other.
Yeah.
Aladdin was really wealthy all along. He just lived on the streets in poverty. But in his heart was real wealth.
Yes, he was.
And Jasmine was fun and exciting and full of life all along, but, Aladdin helped bring that out in her.
Yeah, they freed each other, right?
Yeah, by freeing themselves.
By freeing themselves. He was freed from poverty, and she was freed from a mundane, controlled life.
Yeah.
So isn't that interesting? Number 7 is Tarzan and Jane. We just watched this video recently.
Yeah.
The Disney version is really good, and the live action that just came out, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I really love the Disney version. They really they captured the twin flame energy really, really well.
Yeah.
And I mean, why do you think that they're twins?
You just feel it in the movie.
Once again, they're perfect complements, right? It's not so much about, like, from the outside they look like not at all like they'd be complements.
Yeah.
But put them together and you realize, wow, they got something here.
So number 6 is one of Shalia's favorites. It's Pride and Prejudice with Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy.
And they take a lot of time to come together, but from the very beginning, there was this kind of energy, like, it's not him. Not
Prejudice,
not
yeah.
Mr. Darcy, right?
That's not, yeah.
And that's very common in twin flame unions.
And he's like, well, not Elizabeth, not at all. Like,
Yeah.
Look at
anyone else but her.
Look at her family. Look at her social status.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. But they are twins.
So number 5 is one we put in here for the LGBT community, and twin flames absolutely can be of the same sex.
Obviously.
And this one is Brokeback Mountain with Jack and Ennis. And even though they end up, two men end up marrying women for, throughout the whole movie and their whole lives, they keep coming back to each other.
Yeah.
That passion that they feel, that love that they feel, that longing and desire they feel for each other is it's twin flame love. That's what keeps bringing them back together.
Yes.
Is that connection that they share eternally.
And once again, they're perfect compliments. I keep saying this to like every single
Perfect
one.
compliment. Perfect compliment.
We just did a video on this. Are twin flames opposites or complements? Well, this further serves the truth that they're complements.
So the next one, number 4, is a timeless classic.
Timeless.
Of course. We don't need to talk much about it, but it's Romeo and Juliet. They have a deep love for each other, even though they're in opposing clans. And
families, you mean?
Yeah, same thing, right? They're kind of clans.
It's family though.
So ultimately they die together because, one thought the other one was dead, killed themselves. One realized that one was dead, killed themselves. Life is not worth it without you.
Because they couldn't live without each other. Like what was the point of that life if it was not with the twin?
So number 3 is the one that Shalia gave away, and it's Beauty and the Beast. Belle and the Beast. And Belle lives, in town, and she's super happy, and Beast lives up in his tower, and
she wasn't super happy.
Well,
but
Beast is really rich, and has this castle and this kingdom, but he doesn't have love, and she reawakens the love in his heart, and they share the kingdom together. Number 2 is maybe a surprising one, and it's about twin flame purpose as well. This is one that brought me to tears as a teenager, and my friends would make fun of me for it. But there's something deeply moving for me in this movie, and was, believe it or not, Spider-Man, with Spider-Man and Mary Jane. And this is the one that I think like Dashboard Professional or Yellow Card did they did a cover for.
Yeah.
They did Vindicated, right?
Yeah.
He's like, every punch I take, I do it for you. It's like, Spider-Man is out there doing everything that he's doing for Mary Jane. He doesn't say this too much about it, but the real purpose of his work of, healing and cleaning up the city is to make it a wonderful place for Mary Jane. That's his real inspiration and purpose. And the movie doesn't directly ever say it, but that's his real drive and motivation. It's all for Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And she's the one that drives him to do all of this. And she supports him in it lovingly. She loves him. She loves him so much.
Yeah.
That's real twin flame love. But that's not one that's as obvious as The Notebook. You have to look a little deeper.
Yeah.
And the last one is our absolute favorite twin flame movie of all time. What is it, Shalia?
Cinderella.
And
Prince Charming.
Oh, what a perfect twin flame story. And the journey is so beautifully written and shared as well that they take.
Yeah.
All the little signs are there, of Cinderella claiming her power and Cinderella having boundaries and standing up for herself and claiming her values, and in the end she claims her prince too.
Yeah.
And they share love happily ever after.
Yeah, she claims her prince. I love her motto in that movie, the recent one, is be kind and have courage.
Yeah. The recent movie is just so fantastic.
And her prince, Kit, that was the name in the movie. That was the same motto that he was also living by and that he needed, and so that's a core value that Damas Twin Flames.
Well, very good. Well, that's our top 12 twin flame movies to inspire you into union. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like this video and want more twin flame stuff, like, share, and subscribe. And check out the box below for more twin flame resources.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.